my name is Camilla Robinson, and this is my Zenith project. I was largely focused on lighting and studying Maya more in depth, with the final goal of creating 6 high-level rendered frames and a lighting guide for future students to use. This project is important to me because for the first several months I was working with Maya, I could only use it at a very basic level. However, during the narrative project, I decided to do some outside research into lighting and was able to use this knowledge in Remnant. I wanted to make this knowledge available for future students without them having to hunt through the internet to find it. To begin this project, I narrowed down the different lighting types to 6 scenarios, and then I compiled reference slides for each shot. The first scene, the sunrise, caused me a lot of stress because it never seemed to work the way I wanted it to. I learned how to use some of the sculpting tools in Maya in order to make the planes look mountain-shaped. Once the composition looked right, I threw on texture and started the lighting process. I wanted the sun to peek over the mountains, but for the longest time I couldn't figure out how to match the sky and also have it well lit. Eventually, I realized I was missing an atmosphere, which transformed my scene from looking like this to this. The next scene was early morning. I was super proud of the water for this scene because I had to learn how to use displacement maps in order for it to work. The outdoor scene was kind of a nice break from the rest. I was really just trying to demonstrate the absolute cheat code that sky domes and HDRI images are, so once I finished the texturing and the modeling, I just got to add in the HDRI and boom, it was done. The indoor scene pays homage to my senior narrative group project. This was actually one of the last scenes that I did, so by the time I got here, I was pretty confident on how to use UV maps and textures. The walls were originally supposed to be concrete, but I tried the wood texture on one wall and decided I wanted to do it for all of them. I loved the nighttime scene. I designed it to look like a British townhouse street. For my references, I looked a lot at nighttime lighting scenes and how films balance the need for it to come off as darkness, but not just have a black screen. In the end, I added a navy skydome light and then a light blue directional light with low intensity to light up the parts of the scene that were in darkness. The street lamps were also added for visual interest and to add some extra lighting. The final scene was the candlelight scene. I loved working on the scene because it was just so fun to piece together. This was my testing scene, so a lot of my models weren't as good as the other ones that I made because I hadn't quite figured out Maya as well as I would in the future. The cozy nature and my progress in this scene alone makes me so happy to see it finally start coming together. This project made me so happy and I'm so glad that I was able to finish it. I grew a lot as a 3D modeler and a Maya user. I think this is one of my favorite things that I've done in freestyle. I hope this inspired you to go do your own deep dive into 3D modeling and into Maya because all of this stuff is really cool once you get around the learning curve. Thank you and have a great day.